What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Happy hump day. Come on in here, join your boy. How y'all doing? I got the SBK merch. Y'all go check out your SBK merch. Get you a trucker hat. Hey, go get you some shirts. It's getting cold out there. Get you a hoodie. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? How are you? I'm gonna drop the link, man. I got this live going on because a lot of you guys. Well, we'll explain later, man. Let me first say hello. It's Hump Day. We're in the middle of the week. Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your boy SBK coming to you live and direct. Shout out to my boy King Earner. Got that from him. So we're coming to you live and direct, man. I literally, ladies and gentlemen, I was at the gym and I just came from the gym and I just had to go to the gym before I did this. Let me change this ticker, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to go to the gym to kind of like prepare myself to go live, talk about something that I'm very passionate about. I don't like talking about this all the time because I'll explain later, but let me turn this music down just a little bit. But we're talking about health and wellness today, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to go live about it because I've been in several of you guys' chats. And in fact, I was in Senna's. I was in Senna's. If you're in the chat, Senna, I hope you're listening. I was in her chat, one of her chats, and she was like, SBK, you need to do a live on health and wellness and about working out and all that. I don't like doing that, but I'll get into that. I don't like talking about it, and I'll explain. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but we'll get into it. But let me salute the chat. I want to thank each and every one of you guys coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button as you come through. I'm trying out this new double screen thing where they got the vertical and the StreamYard. StreamYard offers to go going simultaneously with the vertical and the StreamYard, regular StreamYard. So if you are new to the channel, please go and subscribe to your boy. We talk about a wealth of topics. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere from what we're talking about tonight, health and wellness. We talk about dating, relationships. We talk about politics. We talk about everything under the sun. You know what I mean? We just shoot the breeze. We talk about everything, man. Nothing is off limits. So you guys hit the like button as you come in, and let's get into it. You know what I mean? Like, share, and subscribe to your boy. You know what I mean? I promise you, you will not be sorry because we talk about everything, ladies and gentlemen. We talk about everything. So, man, it's a bunch of y'all in the chat. So let me go ahead and salute the chat. We got the algorithm. The lovely Just Jay is in the building. Shout out to the lovely Just Jay. Shout out to the lovely Lisa J Stocks. She hit the like button. Thank you, Lisa, for coming through. Thank you. Kevin Corpton, thank you for coming in, bro. Salute to you. Janice, thank you for coming through. Janice is in the building. Thank you, Janice, for coming through. Thank you. There's my Scorpio mama. How you doing, love? How you doing? Sassy, how you doing, love? How you doing? Hello. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Let's see here. I'm trying not to miss everybody. My little bro, Real, is in the house. Salute to my bro, Real. I got my bro, a brother of a certain age. Shout out to my bro. And all you content creators, you're a content creator. Y'all follow each other. You know what I mean? We got some great content creators, a brother of a certain age, Lisa J Stocks. We got some great content creators in here. Scorpio Mama, go subscribe to her. We got I don't wish. I'm sorry if I miss M wish. I don't know. I don't know. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. If I butchered your name, I apologize. We got Nestos, Shuckles, Walk of Shame, the Real Brown family. Thank you for coming through, love. I appreciate you. Y'all go subscribe up to the Real Browns Family Chronicles. Who else we got up in here? Miss Wanda is in the building. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys if you want to come through and chill with me and talk about health and wellness. Thank you for coming through, Miss Wanda. Thank you. And Joe has been a partner with me for 10 months. She has been a member and a partner for 10 months. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. If you haven't become a member of the SBK channel, it's an exciting time to become a member. So come on and be a member. What's stopping you? 99 cents. 99 cents. That's it. To become a member. 99 cents. I think I got everybody. All the Ghost Watchers, if you want to, please, it doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. We're talking about health and wellness, ladies and gentlemen. And so I got my Bessie in the background. Bessie, if you're not picking your nose, I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna bring you up. So, what's up with it? Oh, you're on mute.
I was telling y'all what I was doing, and that's why he was laughing.
But anyways, I want to
everybody.
Shout out to everybody. Y'all go subscribe up to Thrive and Glow with Joe. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. Let me get some things out, and then I'll drop the link. And I'll drop the link. Y'all heard Nesto. Y'all tap that like button. You know what I'm saying? I want to say publicly, I talk to you all day, every day. Talk to you and Big Sis. It's just ETV. Shout out to my big sis. It's just ETV. You guys have influenced me on this live tonight. Not only y'all two, Thrive and Glow with Joe. It's just ETV. I want to say a brother of a certain age. You as well. Miss Wanda reversing high blood pressure, and Senna, and some more. If there's some others or whatever, but there's some others that have basically have influenced me to do this live. And as you know, Joe, I don't like giving advice on this subject matter because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I'm gonna give you a little synopsis of my story. I've been a personal trainer, a licensed personal trainer, for a number of years, and I decided, the career that I'm in now, it kind of outshine the personal training. Don't get it wrong. I've been in the health and wellness and fitness and all that almost my whole entire life. But being a personal trainer is not, you have to be a real personal trainer, ladies and gentlemen, to be someone who actually knows what you're doing and wants to see the best results out of people. To be a real personal trainer, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of patience. You have to have patience with people. You have to have, you have to have thick skin, and I don't, after considering that field or whatever, I just didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of different personalities. You got a lot of different characters that come into play. You got a lot of people that want to do things. They want to lose weight. They want to gain muscle, but they want things the easy way. They want the microwave effect, if you know what I mean. They want the get rich quick scheme, if you know what I mean. Lisa J. Stocks has become a member. Thank you. Oh, well, no, she gifted one membership. Let me see who she gifted. She gifted one membership to someone, and that gifted membership goes to my boy Roy Lee. Roy Lee has has a membership. Roy Lee, if you're watching in the bushes, thank Lisa J. Stocks for gifting you a membership, and I appreciate Lisa for gifting a membership. Y'all go and subscribe to the lovely Lisa J. Stocks. She is very, very, very knowledgeable and knows what she's talking about when it comes to your finances and when it comes to investing. We all need to be investors. Make your money work for you. Don't just work for the money. Make your money work for you. And she knows what she's doing. I listen to her every time she goes live. You know what I mean? So y'all go and subscribe to Lisa J. Stocks. Thank you so much, love, for that gifted membership. So, but anyways, so that's that's a little bit of my story, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like talking about fitness and giving advice. I like talking about fitness and working out and stuff to people who have like-minded goals and has a like-minded approach to fitness. You know what I mean? So when someone comes and asks for advice, I kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you're not going to listen anyways. Because 9 times out of 10, if you've been in the fitness industry or you've been doing this for a long period of time, people they just, like I said, they want the microwave effect. They want the get rich quick scheme. They want to do things easy. And if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to gain muscle, you're trying to the fitness world or whatever, it's not easy if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about that, but you got something you want to add? You got something you want to add on that?
It is true though. You have to have patience with people because not everybody, like myself, when I came into health and wellness, I didn't know anything. I didn't come from like you all your life working out or knowing, what to do. And then you have people of all different backgrounds and knowledge and so it's hard. It's hard sometimes to gain the ability to enjoy what you're doing. And so that's why now that I'm on the different side of the spectrum, I try to encourage people to do what they enjoy doing, because there's a lot of different types of the ability to do wellness and health in just about any which way. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to do what everyone else does, and you can learn what to do for yourself on what you enjoy doing. Last night I was talking to someone in the gym, and they were telling me they started playing pickleball, and it's very, very, it works out your whole body because you're moving. It's very good in cardio, which is heart health. And I tell my son, I've mentioned before, I tell my son, like, I want you to do what you enjoy doing. And so he uses his virtual reality mask, our kids, and they work out, whatever he's doing, he's moving, he's, active, and he comes out of that room because he has to be in a room that has nothing in it so he doesn't hit anything. But he comes out of that room sweating and drenched, and he gets a workout, so that's what I suggest, that's why you can be a personal trainer for yourself and so you can learn, but you have to have patience because everybody is on a different spectrum. So I completely understand.
Yeah. I want to bring out first, and then I want to talk about this first about building muscle. My channels, I share a channel with Big Sis, Tap In Podcast, and I got my channel here. The age range that I have is from 30, ages 30 to about 60. So majority of you guys that are listening to me are in your 40s and 50s, nearing 60. All right. And I want to talk about, just bring out some points right now about how important it is to build muscle. I want to give a shout out to Miss Wanda, reversing high blood pressure. I know, Miss Wanda, I know you're probably going to, if I was in your face, you'd probably be like, man, don't call my name. But I want to tell you that you're one of the reasons why I'm doing this live. You and other people. You really do. You're working hard and you're going the right direction. I wanted to. Hey, Vaughn, the little sis is in the house. I'm a part of the 30. Yes, you are. You're listening in the bushes. I want to explain to you guys, and I've done my homework on the last. I've been thinking about going live and talking about this. This is Wellness Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Mind, body, and flavor. That's the name of the name of the subject today. Wellness Wednesday. But the reason why I want, Miss Wanda, I wanted to bring you up is because, the older we get, it is important to build muscle, ladies and gentlemen. The older we get. I've done my homework. Why is it important to build muscle at an older age? All right. As we get older, ladies and gentlemen, we lose it. We lose muscle. It's called muscle atrophy. You ever seen someone that's old and their skin is drooping, or you see someone that gets older and they fall and they bust some limbs and so forth? I got Big Sis in the back chat. Hey sis, what's going on? I'm glad you're here. So as we get older, it's important that we build muscle. And I wrote a couple things down. It protects our bones. Lifting weights strengthens not only muscle, but it helps with bone density. And I'm going to get into a question that Senna, if you're listening in the bushes, this is especially for you. I built this live because you guys encouraged me to do it. She mentioned the fact about ladies building muscles, wanting to get stronger, and so forth and so on. But you don't want to be masculine. All right, we'll get into all that in a second. We'll get into all of that. I think sis lost connection. But it's important, everybody. I want you guys to listen to me. As we get older, it's important to be stronger. Get in the gym and to be stronger, to build muscle. It's not too late. All right. Wanda, are you listening to me? It's not too late. You're doing a great job. Those of you that are in the gym and you're working hard, it's not too late to build muscle. It's not too late to get in there and work hard and get stronger. You can do it. The more lean muscle you have, it's easier to maintain a healthy weight, even when you're not working out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly true. I've been to the point to where, and I explained this to Big Sis behind the scenes. If you build a foundation, I've built a foundation for decades. So because I've built a foundation for decades, I can sustain muscle. I can not work out a long period of time. I cannot work out for a couple of weeks and give myself time to recover and still, be healthy and strong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just touching on some stuff. This live can go on for weeks and weeks at a time, ladies and gentlemen. So it's, this is something that we can talk about forever and ever. You know what I mean? Exactly, Miss Wanda. And I got some of y'all's comments pinned up. Janice, I got your comments pinned up as well. But the comment, especially in menopause, that's exactly what I got here. It improves hormone balance. Strength training boosts your hormones like estrogen and growth hormone naturally, helping with your mood, energy, and strength. So it improves your hormone balance. It improves longevity. You live longer. You can move easier. You're more mobile. All right. It improves your posture. It improves your confidence. The whole 9 yards. So, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Epic at Nick videos. Can you please say happy birthday to my friend? His name is Gabe. Happy birthday, Gabe. Gabe owners, happy birthday to you. Y'all hit the like button and press the subscribe button. Sis, you back?
I think so. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear. So with that being said, it is very important. The older we get, it's very important that we build muscle. We get stronger. You know, I'm glad you came up right on. You came up right on cue. It's almost you know, sis hurt her back a couple of weeks ago, explaining to you guys about the exercise she was doing, and I noticed that a lot of you guys were saying, "Well, isn't that too heavy?" Because she was like, "I was trying to lift 100 pounds."
No, 205 the deadlift.
Which side?
205s for the deadlift. I bench press 100.
100
bench press.
100 bench press. 205. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. Now you need that 225. You need to get that 225.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell bro, hey, that 225 is in the works.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hey, you showing this live. But anyway, so a lot of people in the chat were saying, man, isn't that too heavy? The floor is now yours, sis. I want you to explain to people how important it is for you. And I'm going to give me and Joe, both of you guys have encouraged me, and y'all didn't even know it, to have this live and whatnot. How important is it to you to get stronger as we age? You know what I mean? How is that a motivating factor for you?
It's extremely important. I know as women, we kind of put our value in our waistline and being skinny, right?
Yep.
You know, but it's the older we get, the older women get, it's very important for you to gain muscle. Muscle, like I was telling brother, muscle is currency. You know, it is extremely important for you to build your muscle mass and to lift, because when you get older, you lose muscle. Yep. Matter of fact, women by age 30, they start losing a huge percentage of their muscle mass. And so when you are not building that up, that's how you have a lot of women who are very thin and they're fragile. And the older they get, the more fragile they get. And so you get a lot of women who, you know, you see that commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up. And they have that thing on that necklace on. Well, that's what happens when you're not building up your muscles, or you're not lifting heavy. It's important to lift heavy to keep that muscle, because that when you fall and you can't get up, it's because your bones are brittle now. That's how you have more women or older people who have hip replacements, because that muscle is gone. So it's very important for you to lift heavy as much as you can. And you're not going to look like a guy. It is totally impossible for a woman to look like a man unless she's on, you know, some other enhancements. But you need to lift heavy. And what heavy is for you may be different than me. Heavy for you may be, you know, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. You know, I didn't start off lifting as heavy as I do now. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's you have to make sure that you have those muscles in order to pick yourself up, to sit down, your basic needs, sitting on a toilet,
Yeah.
sitting in a chair, getting on the floor on all fours and getting back up. Those are your essential basic needs, and you're going to need that mobility and that strength when you're older. But a lot of people don't think about that. They just, I'm going to walk, I'm going to do cardio, and that's not helping you build muscle, and that's how you end up very brittle and very frail and prone to a lot of accidents or hip replacements or things of that nature.
Right.
Growing up, do y'all remember? Oh, I'm sorry. Growing up, I don't know if y'all remember or ever experienced. I remember growing up, and you used to hear an elderly person once they had a hip, and I don't want to try to. I'm not trying to talk negative at all. I'm just saying that it was just something that when I was growing up, I would hear once a person was older and they had a hip replacement, they really didn't last too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that was the way it seemed, and I never understood why. And it's your muscles are just so frail when that happens. Your body, your muscle structure is just breaking down and not keeping you sustained anymore. And but that happens because they did not. I mean, growing up, I was talking to my mom recently, and I was asking her, mom, did we even, I grew up in a very small town, smaller, y'all. We talk about bestie living in the country. I lived in a town that the maximum, it was 12,000 people. Okay. So that's very, very small. And so I asked my mom, like, did we even have a gym? We did not have a public gym to go to except at the high school. We had the track.
Wow.
We had one high school. So we had the track for that, for the football stadium. And we had the gym at the high school. So you couldn't go and use it. And so, I mean, those kind of things, it is very, very important, growing muscle. And one of the things I remember, it was about the scale. It was about, weighing a certain amount. I literally this week, I believe I've been telling Bestie, I had gotten down to 10 pounds lighter than I am currently. And I looked very flat and, pause. But I did not like the way I looked. But I'd rather build muscle and look healthier, not for nobody else either, for me, for my personal preference, period. But I'm stronger and building muscle. It's not about your weight. And I just have to stress that. I know some people and women especially, they look at the scale and they want to be a certain weight and whatever, but you have to be healthy. It's about being healthy, not a certain size. Okay, sorry, I'll stop.
No, you good. You good. You good. You're good. Y'all chime in anytime. I'm gonna drop the link for y'all. And another point I want to make. This is for Senna. Senna is one of the reasons, like I said, Senna, a brother of a certain age, the two ladies, my family that's on the panel right now, and Wanda, others. Y'all are the reasons why I wanted to come up with this, this live. But Senna made a point when I was supporting her in her live a few days ago, or last week, whenever it was. And she was like, SBK, could you please do a live about wellness, about lifting, about working out and all that? And like I said, I don't like doing this or whatever, but I'm doing it because this is something I'm passionate about, but a lot of people don't share that same passion as I do. And Senna was like, one of the concerns that she had is what Sis just hit on, but I had it in my sermon notes about, as a woman working out and you wanting to get stronger and you wanting to lift weights, and she was like, I do not want to look like a man. All right.
Right.
Let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen, especially you ladies. If you're trying to get stronger, if you want to lift weights, you're trying to build muscle, it is impossible for you to look like a man. It is so that is a myth. That is a ghetto myth. All right. So it is impossible for you to look like a man if you're trying to get stronger, if you're trying to lift heavy. It's impossible. I wrote this down. 99.9% of women do not have the testosterone levels to build a bulky and masculine physique. It's impossible for you to do that. As Sis just said, the women that you see do that, they are adding extra testosterone into their bodies. Okay?
Here.
Bodybuilders that you see, ladies, that are looking as big as I am, you know what I mean? They are adding extra testosterone into their bodies. So, ladies, if you're trying to go to the gym, if you're trying to build muscle, do not be afraid to push yourself. Do not be afraid to go there and try to do your very best in the gym, because it will not make you bulky. It's just going to tone you. It's going to make your muscles firm. It's going to look. I heard you, Miss Wanda, about a month or two ago. I heard you. I'm calling you out, Miss Wanda. You said, "Look, I want a bigger booty." You said, I want to build my booty up. You ladies want to build your booty up?
And you can do it.
You can do it. But it's going to have to take you working hard and lifting heavy. You got to eat. You got to eat protein. You got your booty is a muscle. Your booty is a muscle, ladies. All right. And that's no pause. That's all, your booty is a muscle. So if you're trying to firm your booty and you're trying to make it firm and round, you're going to have to get into that gym and do the correct exercises and lift heavy and then eat the proper protein in order for your booty to form. Hey, Mimi, and hey, Sirius S, and I missed somebody else.
Some
Southern how are you doing, Miss Mimi? I see you.
What did she say? She said ETV needs eyeglasses. Her eyes are popping out. Oh, I'm doing double duty right now. I am still editing and on the show. Hey, so I'm looking up like this.
So yes. So ladies and gentlemen, ladies, if you're trying to build up those butt muscles, you know what I mean? If you're trying to build muscle, period, do not be afraid to go into the gym and work hard. You've got to. All right. You need the proper protein. Protein builds muscle. Yes. Carbohydrates, they give you energy. Yep. All right. You need protein and you need carbs. I heard an idiot one time tell me, me and Sis one time, we were talking about, we're on the panel, and this idiot one time told Sis, well, SBK, he's doing that creatine. That's not good for you. That's hogwash.
Creatine is in your body naturally.
Creatine is naturally stored in your bodies, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And it's the same guy that looks like slop. All right. His body looks like slop. You know what I mean? He got man titties and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So look, I want to talk about supplementation, and I want you guys to, I'm gonna add this in about supplementation. Mm-hmm. It is very, Joe. I know you got some thoughts on this as well. I know you do, Sis. But it is important for us as we get older, ladies and gentlemen, to consume creatine.
Yep.
Right? There's nothing wrong with taking supplements, because all that is, if you're taking supplements or whatever, that is something that is in food anyways, but you're getting those nutrients and you're getting those supplements. Supplement is just that. It's supplementing what your body really needs. All right. So it's nothing wrong with taking creatine. It's nothing wrong with taking protein. All right, Miss Wanda, I want to answer another question for you. Let's talk about taking protein. I'm trying to answer all the questions that you guys had in your lives. Guys, talk about protein after workouts. Yes, take protein after your workouts. All right, put some blueberries in there, put some mangoes in there, put some bananas in there. To you know what I'm saying? Make a smoothie out of it. Mangoes, berries, bananas. That's what you need. Take you some protein before and after, because you're burning all of that while you're in the gym. You need to replenish yourself. All right. So back to the creatine, ladies. Joe, I know for a fact that you take a wealth of you take a supplements. You take creatine. I'm gonna let you go first on it. Tell the audience how important supplementation is for you.
Well, I've mentioned before, and I don't know if maybe people have. I had gastric bypass. So when I first had my gastric bypass to lose weight, I was 525 pounds. So, that's why I had that. It's only a tool. But anyway, when I first had that, I was told I was going to need to take protein to supplement in case I'm not able to get all my protein or my supplements in because I eat a smaller amount or my stomach is now smaller. And I would need to take my B complex for the rest of my life, multivitamins and things like that. So it's very, very important for me to make sure I'm checking my levels, checking my blood, make sure that I'm keeping my D3, my iron. Sometimes my iron gets low and I have to supplement according to that. But for muscles and things like that, I take, as I got older, I learned that creatine is very, very important. D3 with K2 is very important especially as I got older. Collagen for my joints, my hair, by the way, I want to mention I'm not a professional at all. This is me, my personal experience. I take protein. I take whey protein. Is that how you say it, guys?
Yeah.
Whey protein. Mm-hmm. That's what I take. I normally buy a plant-based protein because that's personal, reasons. And I take creatine, but then I started implementing other supplements for muscle stability and post-workout recovery. Because like right now, for instance, I've started back in the gym working out and I'm kind of sore. And so it helps with that recovery. BCAAs, which help with energy. So I take that earlier in the day. And that's another thing. I had to make sure and, use my buddy, ChatGPT or other AI, so I could learn what time of day to take certain supplements. Like if you take anything that's for energy, like your B complex or anything like that, later in the day, it doesn't help you sleep. If you take your magnesium at night, it helps you sleep. So things like that, make sure that you are learning what times a day to take your supplements also, and whatever supplements are good for you. That's what I've learned.
How important is supplementation is to you, Big Sis? I know it's very important. But
very important.
It's very important. But before you start getting into it, I want your take on creatine. And as we get older, I want your take on that.
On creatine?
Yep.
So creatine is an important part of your workout. It's an important part of just especially if you are an active individual, it's very important for you to take creatine, have creatine as a part of your regimen. It's usually people use it for pre-workouts. I stopped taking it for a long time because I had some health issues with my liver. And but I've since learned that it was okay for me to take creatine. It's just not all brands are the same. So when we talk about stuff like this with supplementation, you want to be very, very cautious with regards to the types of products you buy. You want to definitely pay attention to the back with regards to what's in it, because not all supplements are the same. And also with supplements, they are not necessarily, with regards to the FDA, they're not necessarily governed by the FDA. And so people can put pretty much anything on those things. They can say whatever, right? So it's very important. I want to say that first. It's very important for you to, even though we're giving you certain things, it's just like Sis said, we are by no means doctors. We are no means. This is just things that we take. But you definitely want to make sure that you are, getting the best of what you can. So you want to make sure that you're checking. And like Sis said, ChatGPT is a wonderful, wonderful tool. If you utilize it, you can, ask for to give you clean products and to help you with, to look for your products. For me, I use a lot. I have collagen, and with my collagen, I take vitamin C because it helps with, it helps to get into your system better if you attach it with vitamin C. And like Sis said, D3 and K2, those are, again, you need to take those together. They are, they work wonderfully together. I am also a bariatric, post-bariatric patient, 14 years post-op. So I had the VSG. So I am iron deficient. So I take a high potency liquid iron in the mornings. I also take vitamin E. I take omega-3s, my fish oils. I take, like Sis said, at night, I take my magnesium, but there's also a magnesium I can take in the daytime, and that's a citrulline, methylene, not the citrulline. So there's different types of magnesiums. There you go. There, you got the citrulline. So I also take vitamin B complex. I take a lot of adaptogens, and my adaptogens are mushrooms. So I take, in my coffees, I have the collagen in my coffee. And then I have my reishi, my changa, my lion's mane, my cordyceps. So that's all in there with my, now, some you can buy it together. I like mine separately because I like to play with the dosing. So I'm a dosing girl. So I like to have my things separately. So I play with dosing a lot. What else do I have? I have, god dang, zinc and iron. And then I have copper and zinc. And then I have, I'm on the spot. I should have brought my whole dang thing in here.
Y'all didn't say to mention everything I took.
Right. I take a lot of stuff. In my protein, like Sis, I don't use whey because I am lactose intolerant. So my proteins are vegan. So I deal with mostly pea proteins. And again, protein powders they are all not alike. You need to check and see the cleaning. How clean the products are.
I got that in my sermon notes too.
Right.
Well, you got whey protein.
Yep.
You got plant-based.
Yep.
And the plant-based is easier on your digestive system.
Yeah.
Then you got casein protein.
Yes.
That's a slower digestive protein that is ideal for overnight when you're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? But whey protein is fast digesting.
Yes.
It's great for post workout recovery.
Yes. Or you can have. What do you feel about, like, some people do like a slice of like bread with peanut butter and bananas?
I do that all. Bestie will tell you, I do that all the time.
Okay, or some avocado toast, for a post.
Yeah,
you don't like avocado.
I don't like avocado. You know, that's for food. You know what I mean? But I'll do toast and peanut butter in a minute. But I hope now, Miss Wanda, are you listening? I hope you're listening. We're giving y'all some game. And those of you that are in the background, you're just listening, you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm giving y'all some game. I honestly don't like the game is to be sold, not told. I honestly don't like giving advice about this type of stuff because of the fact that I got somebody in the background. My bro is in the back.
Oh, hey.
Hey, y'all can hear me good?
Yes.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Okay, good.
I did want to mention, because I'm healing right now, post surgery. I have incorporated vitamin A. It's very good for healing, especially like in wound recovery. Because I deal with lymphedema also in my legs, I take a lot of things for inflammation, and I've been incorporating a lot of vegetables that help with inflammation, like also. And one thing that I picked up from you recently, sis, I take turmeric powder, right? I've always taken, but I've always taken it, but it's been very hard for me to take because I just don't like the flavor. But recently you were talking on a panel. I wasn't even on the panel, but I'm always in the background. And you were talking about cooking with it. Mm-hmm. So recently I've made some soups recently. My brother was here a couple of weeks ago, and he made a lentil soup, lentils and potatoes and just a lot of vegetables. And we added the turmeric to it. And then just this week, I made some chicken soup, because it's gotten cold here in Texas, believe it or not. Anyway, I added it to the soup, and I can eat it that way.
Okay.
So I'm so excited about that. I just wanted to share.
Yes. And there's a company called Dose. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And they have this bottle. It has the turmeric and ginger and milk thistle and all that. All the stuff that's really good for your liver and inflammation. It's called Dose. And you can all together, and it's in a drink. It's really just take a shot in the morning, shot at night, and it's a subscription. It's called Dose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a really good one, and it's good for liver health and inflammation.
Okay.
Yes. Hey, brother.
Hey. That's good. I love the topic.
Are you have you done any more than after the 5K you did the other day?
No, I haven't done it. Went right back to working and getting naps. But I'm on it though. That was one of those things where I got challenged, and then I said I was gonna do it. The next morning I did it. Really is no excuse. I got to make time for it. I don't know if SBK talked about resistance training and lifting weights for women, but for men in particular, especially after we get 40, after 40, we start to lose a lot of muscle mass. So strength training definitely helps reverse, fight that.
Absolutely.
And our metabolism too. We want to, as we get older, we want to be stronger. He talked about people falling and, breaking bones and things like that, where, our bones get a little brittle as we get older, but, lifting weights or resistance training, not necessarily, I don't want to say lifting weights, because people, depending on the terminology, people get a little afraid of certain terminologies, but resistance training and exercise in general, getting your heart rate to move, faster than your resting heartbeat, your heart rate, things like that are good for your body.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I was telling everybody, bro, that you and the brother and the lady that were that you had on your panel, y'all were talking about cardio and so forth and so on, and then just several other people that's in the chat, like reversing high blood pressure, Wanda, other people. Y'all really encouraged me to, I've done, Sis and we've done panels and we've done shows about this, but accountability. You know what I mean? What you were talking about accountability, holding yourself accountable, pushing yourself, and it's and you guys put some fire underneath me whenever listening to you guys, because I was like, man, I need to do a panel about it, to let people know, what I'm saying, that I still talk about that type of stuff, but a lot of people do not. I don't know if you listen to me, bro, but I've been a licensed personal trainer for a while, for decades. I don't like talking about this type of stuff because with our people, we tend to like to want to do things the easy way, and and I don't have the patience to cut corners or for someone to want to cut corners. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that patience, but a lot of times people do not want to have that accountability that you were talking about with the brother and the lady that you were talking about. And that really burnt a fire underneath me whenever I saw you walking, and then the brother, he was on the treadmill, and then
last call. Yeah.
Last call. And the lady, y'all were talking about, nutrition and so forth and so on. That type of stuff, I like talking about that type of stuff to people with like-mindedness. You see what I'm saying? And so, but since you're on here, how important is that to you, bro? I want your the floor is yours. I want your opinion about that.
Yeah. So first, to go back to something you said about being a personal trainer, a lot of times people want. So you'll get somebody come to you and say, "Hey, I got a wedding to go to, or I'm going to my class reunion, or I need to lose I got to fit into just for that day, and there's no plan for afterwards, and they're focusing on that day."
Right.
Some of the best advice I got was it has to be a lifestyle change. Like you have to want to do it. Beyond that. So I give you an example. When I did the 75 hard program for 75 days, and I used it. I gifted it myself as a 50th birthday gift, but I wanted to use it as a springboard, not as this is going to change my life type of thing. As soon as I'm done 75 days, I'm there. It was more like just to build some good habits, and I didn't keep all of the habits, but I've kept some of the habits, the reading. I try to get my water in, things like that. But so I would just say, I know your frustration, because most people want you to, and this is not just with fitness. This is with everything. This is fitness. Yep. This is money. This is all of this stuff. They just want you to be able to look. Put it in a little box, because our attention span is short.
Yep.
And put in a little box, give it to me. I got the formula now. Now I can go, and then I'm gonna drop it down, put some water on it, and then it's gonna be there. What's that thing that you put water on and it grow hair all over it?
Chia pet.
You just want chia pet to, after a month, everything is good. And you talking about lifestyle. You talking about you got to do this, and you ain't got to do it every day, but you got to be consistent. So if you have an off day or 2 or 3, on the 4th day, get back on it. As long as within that year or the next 4 or 5 years, you stay consistent. So I just think it's about consistency. And then the accountability thing, just having people around you just to call you on your BS. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I like about y'all here. When somebody says something, y'all get to just say something and just keep on moving on. We gonna back that up, or we gonna talk about that. That's what accountability is. Backing the conversation up or whatever you're talking about. And we're going to open that up, unpack it. And then we're going to, as with love,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With love, Just E's going to say, nah, bro, that ain't it.
Okay, you already know about me. I'm a straight shooter.
Oh yeah, she's a straight shooter. Bro, I was talking to sis. I'll let y'all know, chat, and bro, I was talking to sis about this yesterday, and it was just, we were talking about content creating, and then all of a sudden I was just talking about this, and I absolutely lost myself in talking about it because I'm so passionate about it. Someone mentioned in a chat, in one of our chats about, I forget who I believe it's Queen. I said what I said. She was saying, hey, I'm on my fitness journey, you know, blah, 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 you know, and I'm not picking on, I said what I said. I love her to death. She knows what time it is. But to me, it's not a journey. You know what I mean? To me, it's a way of life. A journey, if I'm on my fitness journey, then if I'm still on a fitness journey after doing it for decades, you know what I mean? I need to find another journey, you know what I mean? So to me, what we're talking about tonight, it's a way of life. I'm passionate about it. I'm always trying to improve. I'm one of those guys that whenever I'm out working, I'm leading my people. They say, hey, Mr. SBK, you were just here and now you're over there. You don't act your age, you know what I'm saying? You don't look your age, you don't whatever. And I'm not going to tell these Mickey Fishes my age, you know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it is that it's all about longevity. What I was talking about, you know, building muscle, but also being heart healthy. I like what Miss Creole Janice said about being heart healthy. And again, I'm not just saying this to blow smoke with you, bro, and E and Bestie, Wanda, Senna. You guys actually, y'all did not know y'all were doing this, but y'all encouraged me to do this live because a lot of people need to hear this type of talk about accountability, holding yourself accountable. You know, getting the right foods into you, being active. You know what I mean? Miss Wanda if you guys follow Miss Wanda and her fitness endeavor, she's doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? Doing a wonderful job. She's got a personal trainer. She's doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? I'm very proud of her. I don't know, Wanda, you just, I don't know. I'm just tickled to death. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you saying, hey, SBK, could you please do a live? I'll come to it. You know, I appreciate you encouraging me to do this because it's a simple fact. It's encouraging me to see people of like-mindedness wanting to get better, but it's so many stigmas about working out, with our people, you know what I mean? I just debunked a couple of them with the ladies, you know what I mean? Our people need to understand that, high blood pressure and so forth and so on is a real thing. We need to get out of the mindset that our parents had, you know what I'm saying? All that salt, all that's, the chitlins and the pork and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? That generation from generation to generation has been passed down. And that's not going to benefit us in the long run, you know what I mean? And I teach my daughter all the time, you got to be ready for war, you know what I mean? You got your body. What is the Denzel played that character, the Hurricane, boxer? Remember what Hurricane said? He's like, hey, your body is a weapon. That is exactly the truth. You know what I mean? Your body not only is a temple, they said, but your body is a weapon. You know what I mean? You have got to treat your body. What you know, garbage in, garbage out. You know what I'm saying? You put that is very much true. You know what I mean? Sis, I know you. I've been preaching. You know what I mean? But sis, I want to say this here, and I'll let you cook. But I've said this before. I say it again. But you and bro, your hubby.
Mm-hmm.
That is so inspirational to see you guys in the gym together. That's inspirational. You know what I'm saying? You guys not only, you know, you got a family, you guys been married for a long period of time, but to see you guys have the same mindset. He pushes you, you know what I'm saying? Even though you don't,
yeah.
you don't, you know what I mean? You don't want to be pushed sometimes, but he pushes you. But how important is it? This is what I got. I want to know, how important is it that you have the love of your life push you, and y'all have the same goals, fitness wise? How important is that to you?
To me, it's extremely important. So for those of you guys who don't really know me, I've been married for 20 years. I've known my husband for about 23 years. Actually 25 years. And so when we got married, I was a big chick. I was Big E. I weighed 300 pounds dang near. And he still loved me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I ended up getting the vertical sleeve bariatric surgery. I want to say about 8 years into our marriage. And I lost 154 pounds with that surgery. And that surgery, he essentially paid for that surgery because it was his medical benefits. So when I lost it, he definitely encouraged me to, get in the gym with him. And I was definitely motivated at that point because in the back of my mind, I didn't want to go back to that. Now, I had never been a fat girl. It was a point in my life, 10-year span, where I just got so big and I just couldn't get rid of it. And so I ended up having the bariatric surgery. But for me, in the back of my mind, is like, I didn't want to go back and I was scared I was going to go back. So I had a motivation. And so he was already going to the gym and he started, we started going to the gym together, and he taught me how to, form and how to lift weights and, how to, isolation and what body parts to work on and things of that nature, because I was a little bit timid. Not that I was ever scared, because I used to, go to the gym, but not lifting weights, not free weights, machine weights, but not free weights. And it's a difference. So if you don't know, it's a difference. And so doing that helped me a lot, just going with him and him, motivating me, him encouraging me, him pushing me. He will push. He pushes. So if he sees that I could do harder or better or heavier, he's going to say it. He's going to make me do it, even though I don't want to do it. And that's important. It's important for someone who you're doing life with, to have that type of, that same mindset. He's definitely more advanced than me. He'll go 7 days a week, dang near. But for me, it helped me to, motivate me to just want to do better, want to be more, get my form better, want to, I like it when he shows me when, I can see him smiling at me when he sees me lifting a lot. You know what I'm saying? Those things help, right? if you don't, so I understand when some people say that, they're in the gym by themselves and they don't have that person pushing them, or they don't have that person encouraging them, and they have to encourage themselves. I've been fortunate and blessed enough to where, I have my husband and he does encourage me. He does push me. But, it's just been a blessing for that, for me to be able to have that in my life. So to me, it's essential. I don't know if I would have gotten to where I am now with my body if it wasn't for him, encouraging me to do those free weights and putting that muscle on and pushing me to lift heavier and harder.
It's all about accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's all about accountability. You know what I mean? Y'all can chime in. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but more important, and of all the stuff she said, I mean, you got somebody helping you, you got somebody encouraging you. She had a why. She did not want to go back.
Yes.
Because I don't care what he said to you. I don't care how much he talked to you, encourage you, because you can encourage somebody and say, hey, babe, or you can say, get your butt in the gym, whatever the case is. If you don't have that personal why, it don't matter. You just going to tune them out.
You know what, brother, you are so true. And we've preached it. Sis has preached it. You have to have a why. You definitely have to have a why.
You're right. You have
Absolutely.
to. And I know, like, at some point it sounds corny, and we're gonna keep repeating it though. Things like this worth repeating. If you don't have that reason to do what you're doing, it's not gonna matter. I don't care how much somebody encourages you. I don't care how much somebody shows you the way. They bring you lead you to the water, all that good stuff. So the first thing it was that you had that why.
I did.
And it was important for you to push yourself too as well. But encouragement goes a long way.
Absolutely. But you are so correct on that.
Encouragement is also to realistic things. You know what I'm saying? I get on here. I know SBK. He probably heard somebody come in the gym say, "Hey, what's today's day? It's November 12th. I'm gonna lose 100 pounds by November 25th."
Yeah.
And listen, you're a professional, so you got to take a deep breath, right? You got to take a deep breath. And you're like, how am I going to tell this person that we not doing that? Like, and you probably had to turn away business because that's just not. I'm not. Hey, there may be somebody that's going to tell you could do that. I'm just not going to be the one. I love the money, but I'm just not going to do that. Right. So. Yeah, it's just being realistic as well. So being realistic, having a why, and then encouragement definitely helps, because there will be those days where your alarm clock goes off or it's time to go to the gym. And you look at the clock and you look at the fridge and you look at your outfit because you set it, because right, remember, you set the outfit the night before. Because you're going to wake, when that alarm clock wakes, you're going to get up. I'm going to throw this on. I'm going to get out there. And so you look at your outfit, you look at the clock, and it's like, ain't nobody watching. Ain't nobody going to know if I didn't go today. Let me snooze. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to snooze it. I'm going to cancel it completely. And I'm just going to sleep in because it's Sunday or it's Saturday. I don't got to go to work. That's where that why comes in.
Yep.
That's where it was important for you to say, I don't want to go back to that. So let me get up and do it. And then usually I find when I'm in those modes, when I get to the gym, once I get in there, I'm good.
Yep.
Actually, we get in the car. Once I get in the car and I'm on my way to the gym.
Yep.
Now my struggle is if I don't have, I got to get over the fact like, all right, I ain't got my earbuds. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. Because sometimes I get all the way to the gym and I ain't got
everything. That throws you off, don't you?
I go back home.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's a small thing. But the main thing is, having your why and then being realistic about it. And encouragement is always going to, encouragement from a loved one is definitely helpful.
Absolutely.
How you doing?
I agree. That always helped me too.
Yep. So, did we go over the Joe, I see your workouts. Did you do the workouts at the bottom? Did you show those?
Yeah. I'm gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Um, before we get into that, I'm glad you said that. So before we get in, speaking of Joe, I want everybody to listen to reason why I want Joe to explain this, because I was with her firsthand back in July. But I talked to her doctors and so forth, so on, about losing weight. All right, losing weight. There comes a time whenever you're losing weight, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to stop, because you look. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, ladies, gentlemen. You're losing weight, right? You're walking every day. You're losing the weight, right? But there comes a time where we go back to strength training and lifting weights and strengthening, tightening up everything, right? So sometimes, have you ever seen someone, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can answer. You ever seen someone, they've lost weight, right? They lose weight, and then all of a sudden, they don't look right because everything is, their skin is hanging off of them, right? You know what I'm saying? So they need to go to the gym and they need to, tighten up everything. All right. So I was, I got the pleasure and to talk to Bessie's doctors back in July. And Bessie's doctors, Joe's doctors, was telling her the same thing that I have been telling her. So Joe, you want to go ahead and take over from there? You know what I'm talking about. Don't act surprised. Go ahead.
No, remind me. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Well, we're talking about, he was like, hey, he was talking about your arms. He's talking about, now it's time to go on, and you need to live, you need to preserve what you got, get stronger in the gym. You don't want to focus on losing weight. You want to focus on building muscle, toning, so forth, so on. Got that?
And that's because I don't know if everybody knows, but I've lost over 350 pounds. With that came a lot of loose skin, and I have gone through. I've been fortunate to be able to go through 3 rounds now of skin removal, and so because I've had the skin removal, I've been able to start now. This is after my third is when he talked to my doctors, and now I need to tone the muscles in my body and so forth. One of the things that he did mention, because I do I was mentioning to Janice, I think in the chat, I do have lymphedema in my legs, in my thighs in particular. And so that is like pockets of liquid or fat that are in pockets, not just layers of fat under my skin. It's actually in pockets of my legs. So one of the issues that comes with that is a lot of inflammation, a lot of swelling, a lot of fluid retention. And one of the things that he did mention was to stay away from, not completely, because you should be, for me, I should be doing a balanced diet, right? But less carbs, because carbs, help increase the fluid retention. And so I just wanted to throw that out there because Janice had mentioned her mom deals with that. And that's why I was telling Sis that I've been, trying to learn to do better with my, because, we can heal ourselves with fruits and vegetables and food. In particular, it's the type that we're doing. It's the clean eating that we're eating. So, and I wanted to mention, but because of that, yes. So now I'm in a mode or in a place in my life where I need to tone my body. It's not about, and I know, and I mentioned this, and I'm glad that Bestie mentioned this, because a lot of women are and I'm not saying, you can be in a place where you want to drop more weight for you, because I mentioned earlier it's about how I feel. I put on 10 pounds because I didn't want to be flat or for my muscles. You have to eat. You have to have that protein for your body. Like I tell Bestie all the time. He says, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm like, okay, what are you working out? And then I'll if he notices or not, but I'll tell him, oh, carb up. Because for him, that's good, and it's very important to carb up when you're gonna build certain muscles or certain things that you're working, right? And so that's what they call it. Eat certain foods so you can help those muscles build. So, and that's something that, because the way I eat, or the way I'm able to be able to eat personally, I have to be intentional about exactly what I'm eating and how I'm eating it. Because and Bestie knows, before I went to this last round of surgery, I was going through a phase where I could not eat very well, and I had to try to get my nutrition good to get prepared for that surgery, get my iron up, and all of these things that I had to go through. But because I don't digest food as well as someone else can. So it's a personal thing. And like Sis was saying, you have to find what is good for you and what you're able to do. But that's where I'm at now. Even like he said, my doctors are, and if I told my weight to someone else, they'd probably say, oh man, you're too heavy. Right. But it's the way you carry it. And I know one time somebody on a panel, they shared, there's women, and I'm talking about women because that's what I am, but there's women, if you can see a woman that's 150 pounds or 200 pounds, but every single woman that carries that 200 pounds will look different. Sis is going to look different at her weight than me, because I'm 5'3" and she's 5'11". So, but her weight, even if we're at the same weight, we're gonna carry it different. Also, there's different ways that some women carry their weight. I carry it on my lower extremities. Some women carry it on their upper extremities. They've got big, So it just depends, right? It just depends on how you carry your weight. The number. That's why I say it all the time. The number is not the important part. It's how you carry it, and it's where you carry it. And I need muscle, so that's what I'm working on.
Okay, let me go over y'all's.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Because the way
My faces,
her facial expression, man.
Oh.
I need muscle. I need muscle.
Because right now I put on 10 pounds, but so other women would frown, and other women have frowned on me in the past, because I like me at 180. Okay. I hated myself at 170, 180. I'm back to my little hips. Hey, now I got little hips. Hey, but I got some hips, man. And last night at the gym, baby, I had a guy stop me, and people are going to notice you when you don't even know them or notice them. But a guy stopped me, and I was in the middle of reps too, so don't mess with me. But I went ahead and took my ear out, and he says, "You're looking really good. I promise you, I've never seen the man in my life, but he's seen me." And he says, "You're looking really good," and dabbed me. And I was like, hey, yeah, it makes you feel good. So anyway, I'll just leave that there. That's with 10 pounds extra, y'all. So don't, it's not about the number.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Janice says, remember to keep our hearts healthy and strong. And the only way you can keep that heart healthy is keep moving and doing your cardio. Absolutely. You don't give it time to touch you, Wanda, working it out. Wanda says, Janice, I'm so glad that I don't have a lot of symptoms. Just Janice says, leg calves are thick. I enjoy seeing that line up. The side of the thigh gives me hope. Yeah, a lot of people work out the legs and they forget the calf muscles. Men, brothers, you need.
They say don't forget leg day.
Don't forget leg day. I see a lot of these dudes, man. Boy, I tell you.
But you gotta admit, man, when you get the pump in the chest and the arms, it just, saying there's something about that. The legs, listen, your legs help you function every day. If you got working legs, and I always encourage people, because part of what I do for a living has it has to do with responding to certain places. So you may have to go up 3 or 4 flights of stairs with a non-working elevator. So I'm always going to encourage people. So like if you're working out, use the Stairmaster or whatever they have in the gym. Do those things. Those are functional exercises, but you should be able to walk up a flight of stairs or walk down a flight of stairs in case of an emergency, in case of just normal, you go somewhere, you go into you go to the courthouse to, file for some documents or whatever, and they tell you the elevator ain't working, or you go to a family member's house and they got an elevator, and you ain't used to walking up 2 or 3 flights of stairs. Working out and doing functional exercises just helps you in general on a day-to-day basis, let alone it just helps you in longevity.
Absolutely. Abril had this question. I want you guys, ladies, to answer this. Can someone please do an upcoming session on keto and keto? I don't know how to say it.
Ketosis.
Very interesting. Ketosis. Very interesting. Sis, what are your thoughts on keto? I'm not a fan of keto. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of keto at all. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of the carnivore diets that these folks have. I'm not a fan of that as well. Because I'm just not a fan of it, because everybody needs a balanced diet. You need your protein, you need your carbs, you need your healthy fats. You need all of that. You need healthy fats. You know what I'm saying? And so once you take something out of its equation, I'm just old school like that. But what are your thoughts on keto, Sid?
Oops, I was on mute. So I've done it before. I had that lifestyle for a little bit. It's not for everybody. And originally, if people don't know what keto was or is, it was originally for people who had epilepsy, and it kind of helped with epilepsy. It helped with, stopping the seizures, the brain. It can be a good thing. So I've read a lot. I've seen a lot of people who have utilized it. I utilized it for a little bit with regards to losing weight. But it gave me a lot of mental clarity as well. So one thing that I still utilize that a lot of people do in paleo or keto, I have keto coffee. So I still put MCT oil in my coffee, and I can't explain it, but in the morning to have coffee with that MCT oil in it, it just gives my brain, I can focus better. I'm clearer. And it also, it can help with regards to burning fat a lot quicker for people, but it's not, I would say consult a doctor, because it can also, if done wrong, There are people who there's a clean keto and there's a dirty keto. And a lot of people do dirty keto, meaning they don't eat any types of carbs. There's no vegetables, right? But they'll eat like hot dogs and sandwich meat and, you know, things like that have nitrates. It's not that clean for you. It's not very healthy for you. Or they'll eat a lot of burgers and bacon and all that type of stuff, all this grease and eggs and all that. And it's really, you don't want to do it that way. You want to do it a cleaner way. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at your fats, your good fats, your healthy fats, and your proteins. And, you know, as much as you can get, you know, grass-fed, pasteurized eggs, things of that nature, good grass-fed butter, MCT oil, good ghee. You really have to, if you're going to do it right. And if you do it right, it can be a benefit to you. But I would say consult your doctor, because it can also, if done wrong, you can damage your liver, you can damage your kidneys, so you can damage vital organs by just, I'm finna just eat bacon all day or ground beef all day with, you know, all this and some hot dogs and all that stuff. You can mess yourself up. So it can be a good thing, but you need to educate yourself before you do it.
Yeah, I was, because I've lived the keto lifestyle for a couple of years. When I was strict, I probably I can't say that there's a time where I felt better than when I was strict. Mm-hmm. The problem is, like you said, when you get into the dirty, when you're doing things that are a little bit away from it. And first of all, let me take a step back. This community right here is so fucking dope. Listen, Thursday, Friday, Joe coming in. She doing the noon time. Is that noon or just midday? During the noon, the Thursday night, the Friday, the Saturday when the bar is open. Can I cuss up here?
Yes.
Listen, man, this shit is fucking dope. I gotta say this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how I found y'all. Maybe through Joe. Somebody put me on the Joe, and I saw her story, and then from there it was like that little spider web that just went out to you. I said what I said. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But so let me just get that out the fucking way first and foremost. The reason why I'm saying that is because of all the conversations that I've seen had, for there to be a question about keto, it just, you know, saying, you know, how you feel like, you know, sometimes you feel like, you know, we kind of just going through the world aimlessly and we just trying to figure things out and blah, blah, blah. Nothing means anything. There's no coincidences. I'm here tonight. Somebody poses the questions about keto. E goes in on the shit, and I'm just like, church. You know what I'm saying? Just a full circle. So let me just say that. Yeah, so let me just say that. But yeah, so again, consult with your doctor. Your cholesterol levels, like all those things. Because listen, if you're doing keto, you're relying, if people don't understand what keto is, you're relying on animal fats for your energy. You're replacing carbohydrates with animal fats for the most part. I want to say it's like, depending on who you ask, but it might be 50 grams of carbohydrates per day. Some people go as low as 25 grams. You talk about macro and micronutrients, blood work, doctor. So you just don't want to just start grabbing, like she said, grabbing eggs and bacon and going like, I'm on keto. You want to, you know, make sure that you're good. Yeah. I found that when I was doing strict keto, I had less inflammation. At the time I was strict keto, I was also doing CrossFit. So I was in like phenomenal shape. And like, just to give you an idea, I'm like 265 now. I was down like 225. I was running, jumping, playing basketball, CrossFit. And it helped a lot with the swelling. Like, I didn't have a lot of swelling. I didn't have a lot of pain, but I was very strict. the problem with most humans is there's a birthday party, there's a picnic, there's a celebration. And that's where we kind of, so just whatever you're going to do, just make sure you tap in with your doctor. This ain't the tap in. I was going to say, make sure you tap in with your doctors and make sure that you are staying in tune with your body, and also listen to your body as well.
Absolutely.
Great shit.
You do want to put, and I forgot to mention this because brother knows, since brother of a certain age knows, you want to get into a state of ketosis where your body is burning fat for fuel. So, and that's, you have to, did you buy the urine sticks and all that stuff to make sure you were in ketosis?
Well, I was tested. Yeah, I was
testing. Yep.
You pricking your finger. It's like all kinds of stuff that you're doing. And that's the problem with anything that's like very specific. That's why it's good to have balance.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It is
very specific, because I got to the point where like, yo, if I want to, like, because I used to do like a refeed. I don't know if you remember what that was called, like 14 days on and then a refeed on like a Sunday where you just eat whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in like groups on like Facebook, and you get people talking to you and talking all crazy to you because you're asking questions and stuff like that. So it was hard to kind of gauge exactly what I was supposed to be doing. But do the research yourself, consult with your doctors, and more important, make sure that you are, you're on point with what your body is, because your body may not be able to sustain it. Your cholesterol levels might spike high, and your doctor's gonna say, "Hey, you
get off."
Yeah,
you can't do it.
Yeah.
But Rose, can someone please do an up and coming session on keto and ketosis? Very interested. Okay, we can add that.
Again, Lisa says, I don't want to lose my butt, but I want everything else to shrink. And in case you want that to happen, you have to work hard in the gym and lift heavy, and then your diet has to be on point. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the right protein, and because protein builds muscle, and so you got to work hard, and at the same time you got to eat right. So if you don't want to lose your butt, and you want your stomach to shrink, and you want everything, to pop, and you want that booty to stay where it needs to be, then you got to work hard. You got to do your squats. You got to do your. I'm not a fan of the hip thrust.
Hip thrusters.
I ain't a fan of that. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying?
You're not a fan of hip thrusters?
Well,
I know, right?
I like seeing
Cooterville.
I like seeing
it. Hip thrusters in Cooterville.
I like seeing it. Okay. I like seeing it. I like seeing them do it. But the exercise itself, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all do. Okay, let me back up.
As BK, I'll be in the gym. I'll be in the gym like this.
For real.
Right. Do that for us. One more time. Get it up there. Okay. And hold. Okay.
I think I'll see it. I'll look at it. I'm like, ooh. But I just think that you could get more out of other exercises doing that. But y'all continue to do them. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them dudes that look in the gym and like gawk and stuff. I'm very discreet. You know what I'm saying? I'm very discreet at it. Y'all keep doing your hip thrust. Yeah, if you like me, keep doing it. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just work hard. Wanda says, I understand the value of investing in myself. My son helped me with that piece. Absolutely. One of the things I wanted to, yes, Wanda, if you want hips, just do what I did, what I just said. You know what I'm saying? You got to work hard. You know what I mean? You got to continue to do your, you got to work hard in the gym and lift heavy, but you also get your body the amount of nutrients it needs to build muscles, because your hips and your ass have muscles. Those are muscles. So do what you got to do. Oh, yeah. She said, I am super sore. I like soreness, but should I work out whenever I'm sore? Your body needs recovery.
Your body needs recovery.
Need to recover. So my answer is no. That's just it. If you continue to be sore, that means you're overtraining. There is a such thing as overtraining, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen
I was just
to
gonna say that. Isn't it a different? Okay. Isn't there a difference between do you feel sore or are you in pain?
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference between being sore and being in pain. If you're in pain, then there's some issues going on. Pull muscle.
Right.
You're sore. If you're sore, and if you continue to be sore, your body needs rest. You know, I've overdone training in the gym, and I've had to back off. Once I backed off or whatever, I've been sore, and here's signs that you're overdoing it, right? If you're continuing, if you're tired all the time, if you're sore, if you're lethargic, take a break. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. You know what I mean? Take a break from it. I promise you, if you take a break for a period of time, you'll come back even more so stronger, even more so enthused. Take a break. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? People think that more is good for you. I mean, that can do more damage to you than you can than you think. You know what I mean? So take a break.
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I would say like part of like some of the confusion is like when we rely on like the top of the top when it comes to athletics.
Yep.
So when you hear like Mamba mentality, you hear like Michael Jordan, you hear like all these things, and these guys did stuff that this is what they did for a living. So the cost for them is not what is going to be the cost for you if you have to wake up and do an 8-hour shift. If a football player or a basketball player or a hockey player or whatever, if that's their lifestyle and they invest this time and energy and this pain into that, that's going to benefit them. I'm not a basketball player, so I, at 52, had to say, okay, I can no longer just go to the gym, go to the basketball court and play with these young guys who are in their teens and 20s and try to keep up with them and be competitive with them. There's a certain limit to that. So let me not. So part of it is, you know, again, it's a lifestyle. We're not just trying to get ready for the wedding dress or the tuxedo. You trying to, the 52-year-old me is working out for the 62-year-old me.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind that when you sore, because I had to take time off. My joints, everything was sore. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to take a step back because I was like, and the other thing too, you mentioned it, the nutrition, the nutrients, the supplements. If you're going to take creatine, you got to drink a lot. You got to drink a lot of water. You got to get your fluids in you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be dried out. I know some people have like raved about like coconut water and things like that to help for their hydration. So, but again, you got to listen to your body. If you are sore and you are in pain, like sore is like your bicep, but when you like your elbows and your knees, like you can't, those are things that get replaced as you get older. So if you're having trouble and your knee is clicking and all of that, and you just like, nah, I'm just going to go squat anyway. I'm going to do deadlifts anyway. And you having that kind of pain, you might want to just take a step back. But if it's soreness from, SBK, you know a good soreness when you have a good workout. Sometimes you go to the gym, you work out, a day later, you're like, that wasn't a good work because I don't feel nothing. There's no soreness, no nothing. You know, there's no, there's muscle breakdown, but you know that it. But then there's those days where you like, nah, I don't need to be doing shoulder presses because my shoulders is on fire. I don't need to be hurting myself. So again, people listening to their body as well.
I want to say shout out to my family, Abril, for the generous donation. One love to you, love. You know, I appreciate you more than what you know. And please, Abril, go to your DMs. It's not going down in the DM, but I'm trying to get go to your DM, love. I'm trying to do some business with you. So go to your DM on IG. All right. She said, I heard you need discipline of God himself to pull off the carnivore diet I'm going to start keto in Feb. I heard ketosis. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Ketosis.
ketosis.
It's intermediate fasting is the key. Folks who master it look amazing. Yes. Just sore. I plan to do cardio tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with that. Just All right. Hold on. I already took my husband enough yard work. He cleared me, so I want to ride the bike this weekend. I'll take my out. There you go. All right. So here we go.
I had a quick question.
Go ahead.
Well, not a question. Somebody had put something up here that they eat a lot of ice.
Yeah, I had that. Did I have that start?
I think they actually mentioned that in a different chat, and they did admit that they were low on iron.
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. You are iron deficient.
Yeah, it was Vaughn, I believe.
Okay.
She started doing that during her pregnancy, but it was somebody else, I think, also that said that they ate a lot of ice.
Okay, yeah, because I used to do that a lot. Me and my mom, we used to love just eating cups of ice, and I just loved to chomp on it. And it turned out we were iron deficient, severely iron deficient.
That is an indication. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, Joe.
I wanted to mention, I was mentioning that I've been in recovery from my last surgery. Because of the recovery, I was not able to work out. I have returned to working out only my upper body right now, but I was able to go back into the gym starting Sunday night. But I'm only working out my upper body right now, but because I'm able to get back in the gym. And since y'all are mentioning about recovery, so I went in the gym. It felt so good Sunday night. Just kind of, it just felt like I was like pumping the blood through my muscles again. And I did a full upper body. I mean, back, everything, and it just felt so good. And then I wanted to, because I used to work out every day, right? I did 5 days a week for sure, right? And because of that, I wanted to get back in Monday, but I knew that I shouldn't. So I didn't go Monday, I did not. Even though I'm not touching my legs right now because I had the surgery in my legs, but I couldn't go in the gym because I still had drains and I didn't want to get any kind of infection. So I did not go in the gym at all. But because I got those out, I went Sunday night. And then, but I did go last night. So Sunday and then Tuesday night, I went back in. But I did different forms of workouts on Tuesday night for my full upper body, for upper body. I did free weights on Sunday. And then on Tuesday night, I did machines. And so that was the difference. So I changed it up and I did, but it just felt so good. And today I am sore. Since y'all are talking about that, I wanted to mention. So I'm sore today. That's why I've been but it's a good sore. It's not, but so you have to listen to your body. You have to listen to that soreness that you have and give yourself recovery. That's very important.
Correct. Very good. So with that being said, this is one of the last things we're going to do. Now, Bestie sent me some videos of her working out. And this is working out. Some of the exercises she's done here are the first workouts that she's done after surgery. And she's like, hey, can you please put these up and kind of critique me? Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like doing this or whatever. I don't like doing this. I don't like critiquing. I don't like, but she talked me into doing this. So she has started back working out after her surgery that she had in July. And so she did some exercises here. And so I'm just going to post them here and let you guys see. And first exercise I'm going to share here with everybody. Here we go. So she got those good looking faces there. She's doing chest press here. And I like the way she's concentrating, and I like the way she's not going too fast. She's got a good rhythm there. And she's not locking out at the end of when she's doing a rep, she's going there. She's not locking out. I like the way she's doing that. So that's a good job, ladies and gentlemen. So my very good. I think that's excellent, Joe. My suggestion to anybody doing any type of exercise, never lock out. Because you're locking out, you're putting a lot of stress on your joints. Never lock out. Never lock out. What I mean, going all the way out to full extension. Never lock out on the exercise. So that is an excellent show display that you have there, Joe. That you did a chest exercise there, and that's excellent. That's great. So that was a chest exercise she did. Next exercise she's got here. She's doing some tricep push downs. I think that's a short video, but let me try to. She's got a nice little cadence going on. She's not going too fast. The problem that a lot of people do in exercises when they're doing whether it's dumbbells or machines or whatever, they have a tendency to go too fast. And I like her cadence here. She's going when she's going up, and the positive rep and the negative rep, she's got 1 to 2 seconds going down, 1 to 2 seconds going up. So what I like for you to do next time, Bestie, is keep those shoulders inside. Don't flare out your shoulders like that. I want you to keep your shoulders inside, keep them close to you. That you're doing a tricep exercise. So keep those shoulders inside whenever you're doing that. But all together, that's a good effort there.
I want to mention something that I noticed, because I think also because I never knew this before, but that machine, the handles roll out and in.
Yep.
And what I noticed that night, which I didn't mention to who was videoing me, I used to have to roll them out because of my hips. I didn't know that they did that, because because of my hips, I had to, I felt that I couldn't do it because they were hitting my hips, and I didn't like that, right? They couldn't go down because of the hips. Now though, because my hips I've lost weight or whatever, they do. But because I rolled them out, and I didn't need to though. So that's why I was doing it that way. But if I roll the arms in, I think I'd be able to do it better, right?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I understand you going roll them. I understand what you're saying, but you had it all the way out here like this. The closer you're in, see, the more you go out like that, flaring them out like that, you're not working your tricep muscles. So you need to keep your elbows in. But rolling the handles inside will help you, but you need to focus on your elbows going in. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
So that's like a sitting dip machine, kind of like, right?
Right.
So so have you ever did just dips in your chair or on the couch? So you see how my arms are like this?
Uh-huh.
tight, close to the waist,
Right.
and going down. You were like this.
You were flared out.
Oh,
So
okay.
you want to keep it in.
Tuck it in. Okay.
Yes.
I got it.
I'm not trying to show off, ladies.
Come on, bro. Yo, come on, man.
You're working that right there.
Yeah, I didn't come up here for this. Come on, bro.
Actually, you're right, because where I felt it, which I loved, I felt it right here.
That's
And you
not.
should-
That's not where you're supposed to feel it.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel it. Man.
Okay. Okay.
You're not supposed to feel it there.
And you know, I would say one tip is start with like really lower weights.
There you go.
Yes, I was gonna say
That
that
was
too.
like lower
It
weight.
seemed like you were straining.
Yeah, get your form.
Get your form
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage people, if what are the exercises that you're doing? What are you working out initially? Those are tricep exercises. So
Gotcha.
you're working your triceps. So whenever you're doing triceps, I encourage people to do this. If you're in an exercise like that, close your eyes, visualize what you're doing. Visualize you working out your tricep muscles. If you don't feel it, you're not doing it right. Exactly what brother said. If you can't feel the muscle that you're working, then you're not working. Then you need to lower the weight. Practice makes perfect, as my mama used to say. Practice on keeping any tricep exercise you're working on. You gotta keep those elbows inside, man. Keep those elbows inside, just like sis was doing, like you're doing dips or whatever. Keep those elbows inside, and that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Visualize what you're doing. All right. Go ahead, bro.
I'd like do like a warm up set with a super lightweight.
There you go.
If you're doing a universal or free weights, I usually grab like a real lightweight and just get my form down. And then I go into, and it also warms up your muscles as well. So you do a super light weight, getting your form down, and then move into what you're actually gonna do. That might be helpful to you too.
Absolutely.
And that's the main thing I had when I see, and I'm telling you now, I didn't know that that's the muscle. You have to know what muscle you're working out on a certain workout, because I just told y'all, I thought it was up here because that's what I felt. So I thought that's the muscle I was supposed to be working. So and one of the things is you have to know what muscle that you're working out on a certain thing, because on a certain machine or a certain workout, because I literally visualize the muscle that I'm working out in order to work it. I mean, but I didn't know that that's what I was supposed to be working out. Anyway, but you're right.
Those universal machines usually have like a little picture or something on it.
Diagram on it. Yep.
It's a little diagram, right? But also, too, just again, you just talked about visualizing what you're working. So if you feeling like if you got a plan and you want to, today I just want to do my triceps and my biceps. It's a little extra information, but find out what the name of the muscles are. You know what I'm saying? And then what you're gonna work out. And then again, we ain't in no rush, right? So if you just gonna do triceps on one day, and that's all you're gonna do, cardio and triceps that particular day, don't feel like, well, I want to get a complete pump because I want to get both my triceps and my biceps. Take your time, and then again, we listening to our body. The machines are there, and then also too, you in the gym, ask. You got people there that can help you. There be, especially men love for women to say, hey, I'm trying to get my triceps in. Could you help me out with that? What should I be doing? And I promise you're gonna get men to be like, oh, because we think, I'm gonna just tell you, if you serve us coffee and you smile at us, you want us. So that's the way we look at it. You just being customer service. We like you. Where SBK, you tell your boy, like, man, I was getting some coffee the other day, man. She was smiling. She wanted me. Her boss told her the customers is always right. That's all that happened.
Customers are always right.
Yeah, she ain't thinking about me.
Okay. Oh, funny, but hilarious. All right, okay. Here's the next exercise she got here. She is doing seated cable rows, and
That's my fave.
once again, what I'd like for you to do, Joe, the next time you do these, I've showed you how to do these before.
In my face, y'all.
You need to stand up a little bit straight. Keep those elbows in. Keep those elbows in, and I like for you to lean forward just a little bit. Lean forward just a little bit. Keep those elbows in, and as you are pulling in, you need to squeeze whenever you're pulling it in, because what you're doing is you're just working your arms. That exercise is for your back, for your latissimus dorsi, your back. So this exercise, ladies, y'all are always complaining about having back titties and everything, back titties and the loose fat
Back.
in your back. This helps out with that back titties there, bro. So, but
Joe looking back at it.
But what I like for you to do, Joe, you need to stick your chest, stand up straight, and that's going to cause your elbows to go inward, so that way you can focus on your back muscles. You know, you know what I mean, your elbows are kind of a little bit flared out. So
Y'all remember that night was Sunday night. That was the first time I'm back in the gym after how many months? I don't know, but I was hurting, and I was in very low weight that night. Both nights, very low weight. It was more of a little pump. It was hurt. I was hurting, y'all. I was feeling the muscles.
Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit. You're gonna get a little, but to get the best out of it, you know, your form is everything.
Yes.
So, now she's doing lat pull downs. Oh, she's doing lat pull downs, and let's look at how she's doing it. You're getting you're a little better there, but keep those elbows in.
This was a little long, and I could not figure out exactly.
Better here, but you need to stick that chest out a little bit more. Stick that chest out a little more, and
isolate
that. Isolate what you're doing. But the form is a little bit better. So yeah. So ladies, these exercises right here that she's doing are all exercises that ladies want to get their back muscles right for the dresses. Those you know, y'all want to show your back. You want that you know, you want to show your back muscles. Those dresses that y'all have, the straps and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't want to have no back titties. It helps out with the back titties. All right. So a strong back is a sign of a powerful body. So people talk about the bench press, people talk about leg press or whatever, but you know, when you turn around, and this is for a man or for a woman, when you turn around and that back or whatever, got that V taper, you know what I mean? Those exercises, what she's doing, helps out with that. So, but this has been a great live, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Brother of a Certain Age, Thrive and Glow with Joe, Sis, and Wanda, Santa, and y'all have encouraged me to do this live because it's all about accountability. You know what I mean? I was listening to Brother talk about water, drinking water. You know what I mean? Of course, I've got to have a gallon a day. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? A gallon a day. But I'm not encouraging everybody to drink a gallon a day. You know what I mean? I've got to have a gallon a day because, you know, I'm not your average size dude. You know what I'm saying? So if, you know, the average person drinks a gallon a day, you're going to be pissing like a racehorse and all that. You know what I mean? I've got to have a gallon a day. You know what I mean? In summertime, it's double that. You know what I mean? Because the heat here in Texas is crazy. So as soon as I go outside, I'm drenched. I'm drenched. So I've got to have a gallon a day. I'm not saying y'all do. You got to see what's best for you. All I'm saying is you need to hydrate yourself. So bro was talking about that. Hydrate. I haven't had a soda in years. You know what I mean? I haven't had carbonated water in years. And it's helped me out tremendously. I'm giving you a testimony of myself. So I haven't had carbonated water in years. And so that's what's helped for me. Somebody said, I think it was Janice Creole 12. Janice said that she was having issues with asthma and so forth, so on. My take on that is you have to strengthen your lungs, and you have to kind of like, the way you strengthen your lungs is little by little, inch by inch cardio. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to consult your physician. Hey, how can I strengthen my lungs? Do you suggest me, cardio, is that going to help that out? You know what I'm saying? But consult your physician. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no doctor, but I'm just giving you things that I know that has been tested and tried for me and for others, and I know that works. But not everything works for everybody. You know what I mean? So.
And one of the things I mentioned the other day, that I was not drinking my water a lot. It was just something that I was failing of doing. But what I've noticed, and I'm letting y'all know what I've noticed since I got back in the gym, I've been so thirsty. But for me, I like flavored water. I don't drink either. I don't drink carbonation. I drink very light carbonation, like on my energy drinks when I drink that. But I've been very, very thirsty, and I drink flavored, Crystal Light. I put that in my water, and I drink my water. But that's what I've noticed. I've been just very, very thirsty since I got back in the gym. So that's a good thing.
I would say maybe try putting like ice in your water, like cubed ice in there, because like cold water. But I agree with you. Like regular water to me is like I struggle sometimes to drink regular water, so I have to force myself to drink regular water.
What I've been doing is I've been drinking my water with I put Himalayan salt because for my electrolytes, and I've been keeping lemon and cucumbers in my water with Himalayan salt. So that's what I've been drinking. But since Sunday, I've been just wanting more, like a lot more. So
very good, very good. Y'all got anything y'all want to add before we end this thing? So I'm gonna start with you, bro. Like I said, I appreciate you coming up on the chat, because you I don't think you realize this, but your last few lives, every live you have is just informative. But talking about health and fitness and so forth and so on, and you not only holding yourself accountable, but you having people on your panel the last few days, that's really encouraged me. And so I appreciate you coming up on the panel. What's your final words? What you got on it?
As always, salute you for having me up, and you guys always have good conversations. I want to salute Joe because I know you posting it, and I know you are sharing it with the world, but to be able to say, hey, put me on the stage, put me on the Summer Jam screen, and critique me, that's a big thing. And I know YouTube is full of that. but for the most part, people don't want to be critiqued. People just kind of want to do their thing, and the silence
Yep.
and not say anything, and for you to want to take instruction in front of people. It's not just instruction. You didn't just go to them behind the scenes. You said, "Put me on the Summer Jam screen and talk about it." So I want to salute you, Joe, for doing that and sharing your journey as well, and salute SBK and E for having me up. And just as far as the stuff that I'm doing. I just wanted to do like a version of, how people do like a coffee and chat. I was just thinking like, would it be a cool idea to just to drink some water while you're talking about subjects, whatever it is. But encouraging people at the same time, let people talk about whatever they want to talk about. Every now and then, take a sip of my water and remind people to stay hydrated. That's the idea behind it. And it's good that we encourage each other. I appreciate you for tapping in always and encouraging me as well. And again, like I said, this community over here is dope. So I'm glad I found y'all. So that's really it.
Likewise, bro. Likewise. Y'all go and follow a brother of a certain age. He goes live. You guys keep your go and follow him. Put your notifications on. Do you know when you're gonna go live next, bro?
I might do some tomorrow. I got some things going on tomorrow, but if I could sneak in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I may do some tomorrow. This week is a little hectic for me, but I want to try to do that hydrating chat.
Yeah.
Like Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays.
Yeah.
I just gotta check in and make sure I you know what I'm saying. I want it to be a time where people, because I got encouraged. Somebody was like, "Hey, nobody really doing morning stuff. Why don't you go in the morning?" And so that's what I wanted to do. Also, too, on a side note, Joe put me on to, I can't think of the brother's name. He does mornings as well.
Junior the Truth.
Yeah, man, I'm loving that community as well, man. So,
Yes, yeah. I listen every morning.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tap in with him as well. But that was a little side note. But let me stop monopolizing your conversation and fall.
Oh, you good, man. You good.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, man, y'all go and follow my bro here, man. Great content creator, man. We need to get him monetized, and we need to get him where he needs to be. Seriously.
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
Seriously, we can get him monetized. Y'all go and subscribe, and great content creator. I'm not going to advertise somebody that I don't fool with, and bro is a great content creator, great discussions over there, and I appreciate you. Again, like I said, you encouraged me to do this. You didn't realize that you did, but you did. All right, Joe, what you got on it?
I wanted to mention something. I'm over here trying to text so I can talk about what Abril was talking about. So I want to talk about it. So Abril mentioned that she struggles with her water intake, and she has to add those packets or flavor the water to be able to drink. And she says that her son, who works out a lot, I think if you can highlight, she was saying that her son, who works out, is a workout nut, and says, I may as well not count my water if I add a packet. Well, here's the deal, actually, and I want to discuss that because actually my doctor, when I first had weight loss surgery, for me, I'm literally celebrating my 20th year from the first time I had my weight loss surgery. I had weight loss surgery in 2005. It is 2025. It's been 20 years for me. It was a journey for me at the time, but it's become a lifestyle. And I say that when I started, I used my Instagram as my accountability partner. One who was my accountability partner, and I wasn't blessed with that as E has. And it is a blessing to have somebody who can be your accountability partner. I tap my hat to her. I really do. I love. So, but I didn't have that, and I used Instagram, and I that's what I started doing, brother. I started posting as my accountability, right? And so, but it's been 20 years for me, and I had to learn along the way, Um, but one of the things that my doctor at that beginning, one of the things that a lot of people struggle with is getting water in. And so anything that helps you get that water intake in is a good thing. And most people, and I was mentioning in the chat, trying to type it, most thing, a lot of people who have not gone or who have not been heavy and had to go through a, a learning to get to change up what they didn't do before, learning to drink their water, learning things. If you haven't gone through a weight loss, or you don't understand what it takes to get these things in. So it is a good thing, especially if you're using packets that don't have the sugars and things like that. So anything to get your water intake in, anything that's going to help you get that water intake in is good. And as a matter of fact, one of the, if you just research it, one of the things today that I've learned is regular water really isn't the best for you. Electrolytes are good for you. And research it. Don't take my word for it. I'm not, again, I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I am not a professional. I am not a doctor. I am not anything of those things. I am just a person that has been on this journey for 20 years, and it's now a lifestyle for me. I now have grown to love working out. I love going to the gym. Not everybody loves it, so learn what is good for you. But I love it now. I miss it when I don't do it. I missed it when I couldn't work out these last few months. It was horrible for me. But anyway, so now the electrolytes are good for you. That's why I mentioned putting pink Himalayan salt in my water with cucumber and lemon. That's why I mentioned it, because again, I suffer from lymphedema. I suffer from my legs, okay, and I've been going through that healing process. And so the other night, my son, I didn't mention this to Bestie, but my son went through a big scare with me, because it was 1 a.m. and I could not sleep. I didn't know what was going on, but all of a sudden I started just cramping up in my hands, cramping up in my legs. I've gone through different, not at the same time. That would have been crazy. Oh, but just cramps. And so one of the things that indicate, he didn't know, but one of the indications of that is that I'm low on salt in my body, right? Or in electrolytes in my body. And so I had him, get me some salt, because I didn't have any pickle juice, because that's what I normally would have told him to get me, but I couldn't even move. So my son was trying to get these things for me, and I'm trying to get some pink Himalayan salt and water for me, at the time I had water with cucumber and lemon, but it didn't have any salt in it. It didn't have any Himalayan salt in it. So I had him putting salt in it and getting so I could drink it, right? But so that's what's good for you, for your body. And everybody's different, though, of course, right? So, but I just mentioned those things. Learn what's good for you and what helps you, as long as you're able to get those things in you, because water cleanses the bad things in your body out and replenishes, for you. So I just wanted to mention that for Brill. It is good, it is good, I promise. But again, you have to learn what's good for you and helps you. So that's what I wanted to say.
Very good. Very good. I want to say shout out to my little bro, 2 Cent Gorilla. Y'all go and sub up to the 2 cents you calls it podcast. My little bro and my other little bro X have their podcast, the 2 cents you calls it podcast. Y'all go and subscribe. Those guys are funny, man. Those guys are good, man, but those are real dudes, man, and real great content. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go and subscribe to my little bros there, the 2 cents you calls it podcast. All right, little sis, big sis. So I want to thank you again. I want to thank you and Joe and Bro for encouraging me. Y'all didn't know it. Like I said, y'all didn't know y'all were encouraging me, but with doing this live, but you're one of the reasons and that I did this. So what are your final words? And by the way, you guys go and subscribe to Disrupt and Discuss. You guys are dropping tomorrow, correct? Are you guys dropping tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? They're dropping their premiere tomorrow, Disrupt and Discuss. Shout out to KC. And you guys go and subscribe, like, share, subscribe. And they're dropping tomorrow. So what you got on, what's your last words, sis? And of course, promote Disrupt and Discuss. Floor is yours. You're on mute.
She's been fire. You missed that fire intro.
Of course, thank you guys for having me. Like SBK said, that this is my editing day, so I'm editing for the Disrupt and Discuss drop tomorrow. So you guys, please come and check us out. We have an interview that we did, Casey and I, and we hope you enjoy the content with regards to this drop. So it's 11:15 Pacific Standard Time, 1:15 Central Standard Time tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for that. But I definitely wanted to get on. He knew I wanted to get on. He got me up here and I'm editing and talking to y'all at the same time. But I love talking about health and wellness, and Disrupt and Discuss is health and wellness. And this motivates me so much. So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. Sis, I love seeing your workout. You're doing good. It's good to see you doing your thing. And brother of a certain age, I've been checking you out. I'll be in the bushes, but I'll be checking you out. I try to dip in and out. But with regards, I just want to kind of tag on what Joe was talking about with regards to the hydration, because hydration is extremely important, you guys. And you kind of have to understand what's going on with you and what you need. Like she was saying, cramping. Cramping is a sure tell sign of you don't have enough electrolytes. You don't have enough sodium in your body, like she was saying. So fatigue, dizziness, and cramping, that's when you know you need electrolytes. And if you don't have pink Himalayan sea salt, or I use Celtic sea salt, you can buy, that's why I dipped off real quick. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is a liquid IV. And you can get it at Target. You can get a big box of this, and it's literally just some packets. This helps a lot. It will instantly hydrate you. It's electrolyte drink. This one is white peach. They have all different kind of flavors. You can get it at Costco. You can get it at Amazon. So if you don't want to do I do the dill pickle juice too, sis. I got a big jar in I love dill pickle juice. Oh my God. But yes, yes, I love dill pickle juice. But yes, things like that, dill pickle juice, water with the Celtic salt or Himalayan sea salt and some lemon. You can do that. But if you don't, and you're not that type of person, get the liquid IV, get the lemon. It's one called LMENT, Lament. That's a good one as well. But if you don't know, if you're dehydrated, you need water. If you're cramping, you need electrolytes. Okay. If you're sluggish, digestion, water. If you have poor performance, water. If you have your mouth is cotton and dry, water. If you're cramping, that is electrolytes. If you have headaches, migraines, that's electrolytes. If your heart is palpitating, electrolytes. If you have brain fog or you have a bad mood, that's electrolytes. So it's knowing those types of things, being self-aware of your body helps you. It definitely helps you. I had this, I think I told you, right? I cramped up so bad that I couldn't walk in Kansas City when I flew out to Kansas City.
Yep.
The electrolytes, I literally couldn't walk, you guys, because I was depleted of electrolytes. But me getting that salt water in me and taking the liquid IV, then I was able to maneuver. But I literally cramped up and my legs just locked up on me and I couldn't walk. And it's electrolytes. So if I say anything, know the difference and just educate yourself. It's nothing nowadays. I can say this is hard, but it really isn't anymore. You have the internet, you have Chat GPT, you have YouTube. There's really no excuse except you want to, get to know your body, want to be healthy. So there's too much information out here. Obviously not everything is right, but do your research. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. There's really no excuse anymore. You can live a healthy life if you want to. You got to know your why.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Absolutely. Brother, I appreciate you bringing that point out because everybody has to have a reason why you do it. If you're doing things for vanity, it's not going to last long, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? If your why is something that's fickle, you know what I mean, it's not going to sustain itself. But if you have a reason why, a sustainable reason why you want to do this or whatever, whether you have children, you have a wife, you have, you want to live for those that love you and care about you. You just want to be mobile. You know what I mean? You don't want to be crippled, or you're doing things because you love it. It's in there. Then that's going to sustain you, and you're going to come out on top. So, man, I agree with brother here of a certain age. Man, we got a great thing going on here as far as with content. I encourage each and every one of you guys, man, if you got comments, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about today's content. Email me for any ideas of shows, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because every last one of you guys who have given me ideas about content, I've done it. You know what I mean? So just give me your ideas. Email me, DM me. Let me know what you think about the content tonight. You know what I mean? If you don't like the content, let me know. You know what I mean? If you think it's a waste of time, let me know. You know what I mean? But thank you all. Again, I want to thank everybody that encouraged me and has, you guys, you know who you are. I've been giving your names out enough tonight, but you guys have really encouraged me to do this tonight. You know what I mean? Great live. You know what I mean? We'll do more. As I discussed with Sis on the back end, the Tap In podcast, we always, towards the end of the year, middle of the year, especially this time of year, we're going to be talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the holidays, you're with the family and you're eating all kinds of stuff or whatever. You got New Year's resolutions and all that type of stuff. Sis and I, we're going to be talking about that on the Tap In podcast. So it doesn't just stop here. Thrive and Glow with Joe always talks about her wellness lifestyle. It's not just a journey with us. This is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? And of course, brother of a certain age, he's been on it. You know what I'm saying? So Y'all let me know what y'all think, you know what I'm saying, of the content. Thank you, big sis. Thank you, bestie. Brother of a certain age, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all subscribe to each other. We got some great content creators in the chat. Y'all subscribe to each other. Thank all of my mods of brilliance. The rest of y'all, Thrive and Go with Joe. Thank all of my members. If you donated, I appreciate you. One love to y'all, man. Your boy SBK is